Is this because there's an, hey everyone, welcome to Get Technical. My name is Aaron Bree, and I am 24 years old. My birthday's coming up, and my brain gonna be done developing then. Can't wait. Hope you be there. So what is this because Power Hour still going on, producer AB?
No, that's actually, there's a Apple event today.
It's the Apple event's going on.
And we're re-streaming it on our YouTube channel, and the platform we use to stream will like duplicate comments over every stream.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hello, Shinigami. Don't kill me.
Guys, big news. Neal made a big change.
I did?
Yeah, do you know what I'm referring to?
No.
See if someone in the chat gets it.
Oh, wait. What up, Captain Cappy? Wait, no, Lele, you've been gone. You've been gone a long time. That point,
yeah, Lele, you can't just leave us and come back.
Seasons ago.
And come back like nothing has changed.
You gotta binge watch the last 2 seasons this weekend to catch up with everyone else.
Crystal Moon. He's not.
Don't put that on me, Crystal Moon. I don't want any crystal mamas coming in here with their special rocks making predictions for what's going on with me, okay? I shout out crystal mamas. Love you. I really do. Should I guess?
Breeze. What does that mean?
Brie ice cream.
Brie ice cream.
What? Bio noob. I'm not gonna be a dad. I'm single forever. I'm uncle material. All right. I don't know if I've got the. I don't like kids. Like
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, but like really, like when I'm with friends that have kids and their children are unruly, I'm like, can you take them somewhere? I'm taking time out of my day to be with you guys. I don't know this person. I just met this person and they're nothing but annoying. Can you take them somewhere?
I was gonna say, it's a.
That I'm wearing glasses, dude? Is that what it is?
No, I was going to say about how you... Brooke likes her own kids.
That's the way it works. If I had kids, I'd probably be all about them. I would open every single show with like, oh, you wouldn't believe what little Aaron did today.
You'd be like, he fell over trying to like reach something on the counter, and it was really cute. And I did like put him back up because he hasn't learned how to get back up right when he falls.
His balance isn't great.
I was going to say you changed your Twitter profile picture, but now I think that might have been like a week ago or something.
Oh, yeah, it might have been. Yeah, I twisted. So I changed the Twitter. This is the type of BS that we talk about on this show. So before I was Aragorn Strider, like in the first couple films or earlier in the book. Now I'm Return of the King Aragorn. When the crown is placed upon his head, he is united the kingdom of men and women, and he's about to tell the hobbits. This line gets me every time. You hobbits bow to no one. Makes me cry every freaking time, like the end of Forrest Gump. Did I graduate from something? Absolutely not.
What's the status on your CMT?
I just haven't started it.
So not a lot of status updates.
No progress there. The chin on the man in the background pic. Spencer Israel? Spencer with Pony?
Wait, Captain Cappy got it?
Yeah, Captain Cappy, known Twitter user. Yeah, Enver, this is Spencer with Ponytail. This was probably before you joined the Benzinga team. back when he had the braided boy. He actually cut it and then gave the braid to Locks of Love for love. And then these are just some of my former coworkers from my acting days before I joined Benzinga. I was you might see me on the silver screen from time to time, doing some extra roles, some support roles. I used to work with Steven Seagal and Nicolas Cage. A little clue if you want to find me behind the scenes or in the background. Any movie where Nicolas Cage has a ponytail, you can find me. So 100 Zing tokens to whoever can find a screen cap of that and tweet it at Neal's Tweets. Oh, Captain Cap. Okay, you called it. Fair enough. Fair enough. LAC, we haven't talked a lot about much on the show. We talked about a little bit previously. I just want to point out this is an example of two really good things when we have rounding bottoms, which is number one, when you get the breakout above the neckline, getting the pullback ain't nothing to cry about. All right. We're staying in the swing on LAC. This is going back in time. But then I also want to point out the above average volume that happened right above around the breakout time. So that's how you know that we're closing that accumulation phase and entering our markup phase. So this is just a really good, I mean, you don't see this so cleanly or so quickly happening very often. But this was an example. How did I find LAC? This one just came from my big juicy scanner on what's it called? Jake Wojcic's app, TrendSpider. Yeah, this is like a perfect chart. This is the dream. So this is the game that we're playing with, and the moves are just incredible. So the things that with something like this is it's not going to have. It's great. It's great for swing trading. Mandy, no, I still have to see Mandy, Captain Cappy. This is great for swing trading, but it's not going to have as liquid of an options market as some of these other ones. So if you're looking at Palantir, which you guys all know I've been sort of trumpeting, I suppose. Can I say trumpeting? Palantir for quite some time. I'm in it. It does have a much more liquid options market. So there's a lot more that can be done in the meantime. So you're getting all the juice out of this stock. And then something I tweeted out earlier that's nice to see both with Palantir and with Unity, which I'm showing right here. This is just showing strength against the market. You know, you versus SPY. Look at that trend, baby. It's been showing a trend upward against the broader market. So that's why that's one of those things you want to check for stocks that you're looking at to be for positional trades or swing trades or even investments, early on investments like Unity. I have no problem being an investor in Unity. I'm not going to go into the fundamentals because I already threw up twice this morning, so I'm not going to do that now in front of you guys. Bonsoir, arrivederci. Yeah, let's check IMDb. I did act under a different name. You'll have to look me up by the name Bacardi Oakhart. But this is a warning to you guys. There's a lot of, let's just say, past R-rated work that I did under the name Bacardi Oakhart. All right, you're going to see some stuff that you don't want your kids to see. Okay. All right, so are we already taking requests? Is that what's happening? You guys know we got Sylvia Bellrock on the show today. Let's look at a firm. So this is where, I don't know when the last time we looked at this was. But it was definitely more than 3 days ago. Guys, Aaron, this was more than 3 days ago. Just take a look at the chart and just describe it. I'm gonna refill my coffee. Okay.
So we're looking at a chart that goes all the way back to last February. As we can see, a firm got pretty extended up to 120, 130 back in around February, March. Traded lower, was trading in a range. I don't have my mouse on the screen, so you can't see, but I'm looking right above May. Was trading in a range from about $50 to $80 for the better part of 6 months from May to, or 4 months from May to September. And then, of course, we started breaking out on the news of the Amazon partnership. So initially, after the partnership, Affirm's the shares spiked about 20-30%. A week or so goes by, the stock sold off a little bit. That's when we're approaching that neckline. And then Affirm had Neal just made me laugh when he walked in there. But so then Affirm had earnings, and it wasn't the earnings that caused the stock to spike again. It was the guidance. And they basically said, hey, look, we're expecting to make X amount of money from this Amazon partnership. And the stock spiked again. So 2 separate times on this news from the Amazon deal, we can see that it came up right to our target price, and then sold off a little bit. And now we're back in this. Let's see where we're trading at right now. Around $110. Got as high as 114 today before coming back down to the 110 level. So it's still, Affirm is still searching to find the range that it wants to trade in now after it spiked off this Amazon news. I'm expecting it maybe we could see a little floor around 90, $95 maybe, and see if we can get some consolidation there before we can expect another move back up.
What do you say, guys?
Don't tell them what I was saying about them.
Guys, it's okay. So now is the time where you choose. You choose. Whose side are you on? What did he say? Dude, how does your skin look like the skin of a healthy human, and then mine looks like the skin of a pallid corpse in a shallow lake of unforgetting in an oubliette from that scene in Labyrinth where the little dog shows up?
The lighting in here always makes me look weird. But
it's like you're in a tanning salon, dude. You in Arizona? I'm in a freaking, I don't know. I'm in a World War II movie.
Yeah, Il Vlacker in the chat saying sun's important.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. I take vitamin D pills. I stay inside.
Neal's an agoraphobe.
I'm not afraid. It's so bronze. Sun isn't important for plants. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I basically called exactly the price target. No, it's not a big deal. I'm not trying to like, wag my tail. I don't even know if that's a term, but I called it. It's like and subscribe. So Affirm has hit. Here's the thing with Affirm, and this is I forgot who said it, but it's so true. When there's 2 big gaps like this, one gap, you get the thumbs up. 2 big gaps, you're like, oh shit. And actually, I'm going to borrow from a couple of people. So I don't remember who mentioned that when you get some momentum or a breakout, in this case, that has 2 gaps, you should start to worry for the pullback, which obviously happened here. I mean, this pullback is from its absolute high, pulled back 20%. All right. So you can see why. The 2 gap it's not a stable price structure for you to count on in a short term. So that's why when you got those 2 gaps, once you get to that high, get out. And it's Nick Shaheen from Benzinga Options and the Benzinga Pro Options Mentorship Program. Who's when he sees structures like this, like even if we get a structure above this level now, we show that this resistance can become support. He will say that the stairs that got us here are built with toothpicks. All right, because gaps, you can go down through gaps too. So this is flimsy support for the future. So I think Affirm was an awesome, just great example of a rat snack gone right. Wicked fast, a lot faster than Palantir. I've been looking at Palantir for the past 2 months or something. But I think from this point, I would say wait for it to show you that it can build a solid price structure, so that you have safety nets of support and levels that you can count on. In the meantime, you have a sort of a platform built on toothpicks. If you're going to be very short term and look at shorter term, like sort of intraday structures, by all means, I'm talking about from a swing trading and positional trading perspective. There's things that can be done for shorter term trades, intraday, even just like a quick overnight thing. But House of Toothpicks, that's right, brought to you by.
Dude, I think y'all said that at like the exact same time.
All
right, tickers in the chat. Let us know what you're looking at. Apple Watch Series 7 said to feature bigger screens and flat sides.
Who gives a shit? I'm just kidding. Apple Watch. I actually want to see. I used to wear the Apple Watch. I stopped wearing watches altogether.
Bigger screens and flat sides.
Wait, okay, so they're not the rounded like a Ford Taurus from early 2000s.
So the Apple Watch for me is one of those things. I actually got it as a Christmas present or a holiday present. Sorry.
Dude, you blue balled all of chat. You're like, time for stocks. You do breaking news, watch, and now we're talking about watches. Sorry, guys. This is producer AB's doing.
I was just essentially going to say I bought, or I didn't buy this. I got it as a holiday present. And it's one of those things that like I love having, but would I go out and like buy it myself? Probably not, but someone gifted it to me and I wear it. I like it. I enjoy it. I actually use it more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I used one for a long time and then stopped. Okay. What is the iPhone 13? That's the only thing I care about. And I said this before, the iPhone 13 is going to have to be able to make pancakes and waffles to be a meaningful upgrade from what they've done in the past. And they're going to come to me and they're going to be like, flat sides, super Gorilla, plastic and glass. Just same shit they've been saying for like 5 years. 5G again. Did you catch that? And now you have to charge it really slowly on like one of those mag ports or whatever. Is that pretty much all we got? Oh, and upgraded camera, so you can take
another
pictures
one
of your stupid kids.
Another one. Backyard Koi, thank you. I think you're special too.
Exactly. All right, let's get to the tickers. Enough Apple stuff. Oh yeah, here's my Twitter, Neal's tweets. Go ahead and follow me. All right. So let's scroll up a little bit because I saw some good tickers in here from some very, very good, I'd say intimidatingly good-looking people in chat. So I want to make sure we get them. ETC, etc. Thank you for Affirm. That was a really good one. I'd say the run has ended. Now it's wait and see mode. I wish that I would have entered it, but I'm a fool. All I know is that I know nothing.
That's Socrates.
Socrates. Okay. R-rated Neal content. Because of the lighting, fluoride. Okay, guys, where are the freaking tickers at?
Oh, Fubo dip swinging. I don't know what that means.
Don't say it so fast. I actually like Fubo.
I was just talking about to Spencer, and I was like, I got into it as like a long-term investment, and now I'm like, this is kind of more going to be a trade for me. And I was telling him if it like comes back down to the $20 level, I'm definitely like buying more shares to average my cost down. But
Fubo's a swing, baby. Fubo's a swing. But look at this broad base. So how far does this go back? February 17. Sheesh. But I wish these wicks didn't cloud my judgment. So I'm looking for what is the final swing high. So let's go down to weekly. Okay, we'll use weekly. And then we'll draw ourselves a little neckline like this. That's how we'll do this. Because it gets all weird. What is this? I hate it when charts look like barcodes like this. Nothing can be done there. It seems like there's something wrong with the data that's going into the charting tool. So I'm just going to draw a nice little neckline here and just say we've not hit it yet. Where's my volume? Let's get that. Look at the higher than average volume that's happening on the right side of our base. So we like what we're seeing here with Fubo. This could be a big old swing thing. I'm not looking at it as a long-term investment because I don't really know. But it also seems like some of their catalysts recently have been buzzwordy catalysts, right? Like somehow like sports betting or some business like that.
Yeah, I was just talking about that to Spencer. So they're trying to be the premier live sports streaming site, and they're trying to integrate a betting platform into the streaming service. And I was like, I just like don't know how important that is because it's so easy for me to be like watching a football game on the TV and then just place the bet on my phone.
Yes, but what I will say is that's today. And what I think tomorrow looks like is your television is much more functional as a computer. So we had a presentation at the boot camp where someone made a really good case for when phones first came out. Like, I'm not going to do my banking on my phone. Like, it's like I'm going to text for sure. And like, you know, I might like do shopping online possibly. But now look at how like you like calling someone on your phone is an afterthought. I would bet on that being the same case for the television. The television being a central access to a bunch of new stuff you can do on the internet.
Well, yeah, I've also heard the argument that like tablets are going to become more and more like instead of having like, so I could see that like a tablet has the Fubo, you can bet on it, you know, like all in the same spot.
Yes, that makes sense for sure. Okay, so Fubo's getting some nice accumulation here. Yes, it's died down, but we had a nice spike. So I'm just gonna treat this like the neckline. Let me go down to the day so I can get some more detail and see if there's maybe a better place to place this. And there is. It's a bit higher. Yeah. Okay. So this is nice. Fubo is sweet. And again, reason I like it is we're establishing a nice broad base, and we're now in. You can see it like right on the curvature of that rounding bottom I drew in here. We're now in a sort of intermediate. Beginning an intermediate upward trend, at least with higher lows. At least with higher lows here on Fubo. Not logarithmic, just regular pricing on the y-axis. So now, the question is, when does stock go up? How to time?
When stock go up?
Let's look at a couple things. One is I'm going to put my Fibonacci on here. And then just point out that we're just trading really nicely within the 38 and 236 range. A break above the 0.38 is going to be very bullish for this one. Of course, you're going to want to pay attention to actual levels. But what that's going to do is tell us that we're breaking out of this little triangle that we're forming. Can you guys see that? Is that blue too light? And you can see how this sort of angled line, which I'll make thicker so you guys can maybe see it, is a sloping line of resistance here. And that it coincides nicely with that 0.382, which I'll bring this over a bit so you guys can see that more clearly. Yeah, woo, sheesh. Lines up real good. So we're going to want to see a breakout. Go ahead and draw this on your charts if you're not following along. Get out your charts. Pour yourself a nice glass of Yoo-hoo and follow along.
So what do we need to avoid falling back down to that, what is that, $16 level?
Well, so back to the $16 level. So, I mean, you're watching for it. The stock is going to tell you what it's going to do. So you can see that this 0.236 on the Fibonacci is sort of your demand zone. We dipped below it briefly on the daily, so this is several weeks actually, but we formed a nice reversal structure here. So just to put that reversal structure in context, I'm going to use my ruler tool and go to the lowest point on that reversal structure and then bring it up to the neckline on my demand zone and see how that lines up perfectly with the halfway point on your Fibonacci. Exactly where there's been previous resistance. Okay. So this is all structurally sound for really good technical trading. So I like the idea of swinging Fubo on the dip. Why? Because it's getting into this demand zone and we're seem to be holding firm higher than we previously have been. But even though we didn't get the full resolution previously, and it seemed like we broke down our structure, if you were treating this like a reversal, which it absolutely was, we tend to get it later. So a really good price target for a ton of reasons. Like a different technical analyst will look at this differently and probably come to the same conclusion, which is that $38.36 is a price target. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that into a little price target thing right there. Okay. For Fubo, which is that, I mean, that's just the beginning of the journey for actually 42%. So I'd say totally tradable here. Now let's see how it's been playing with some moving averages and perhaps the VWAP. First thing I'm going to do is the VWAP. So we're trading below the value weighted average price as anchored to the month on the daily chart. That is fine with me. I'm going to remove that. Let's check the Ripster clouds. Yeah, it's a little too, we haven't established a consistent enough upward trend. So what I'm going to do is just pull out my moving averages and see if there is a moving average that it's bouncing on and off of consistently. So the 50, we're trading around the 50, and we're trading actually below it. So it has been playing with the 50 a little bit. It is below the 200. Breaking above the 200 is simply going to be a signal to investors all around. Like if you guys are familiar with the CanSlim sort of way of looking at stocks, CanSlim from William J. O'Neill, the founder of Investors Business Daily, foundation for a lot of the stuff that we talk about on this show. Except for we're a bit more aggressive. Like I think entering a bit sooner and have more access to more data than he would have had when he developed CanSlim. If you're familiar with that, you know that the breaking above the 200 is a signal to a bunch of CanSlim folks that this is starting to look like it's approaching a buy zone. And then the other important levels are, of course, going to be the 50 and the 20. So we want to see the 50 and the 20 above the 200, which right now looks like they're crossed below. So we'd like to see them cross above for those CanSlim investors to start coming in. So at any rate, the swing on this, I mean, I would not knock somebody if they were betting on this triangle structure. And again, betting, I'm saying on purpose, betting on this triangle structure and perhaps buying some calls or some form of using options to bet to the upside or just buying the dip. Because it does look to me like this reversal structure still wants to resolve. And then we can look at this reversal structure right now, which has a lower neckline, which we've already resolved. Yeah, that's basically taking us up to the 0.382 line here. So Fubo, get your Fibonacci out. Look at that broad base. Go back all the way to January 2018. Put everything in context. Long-term price target for Fubo is actually massive if everything goes according to plan. And this is one of those things, like people that invested in NVIDIA when it was super, super small, they had a ton of ups and downs over time. But if you would have just not looked at your portfolio for like 10 years, you would have gone up like 2,000%. If you would have just dollar cost averaged in. So if we use this neckline, this is really nice. It does. It perfectly lines up. So using this neckline, so taking the difference from this price level, which is the neckline resistance in the past, at $92, and subtracting the lowest point on the base from that, which is $3.30 some odd cents, and then adding that back to the neckline gets us right up to where we were at resistance around 180. So it's a 180 price target, which is freaking massive. And this stock is so oft talked about that I would not be surprised if the volume would continue to come in. You want stocks. Here's what I'll say about social media sentiment. You want people talking about the stocks that you're betting on. It creates liquidity. It creates volume. So there you go. So we're looking at this trend line. I'm just going to turn that into a target price, which is just a massive, massive breakout from where it would be right now. So there's your breakout. So Aaron, I noticed that you titled the video. What did you title the video?
How to find breakout chart patterns.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Okay. I think we fulfilled the promise on that.
Finding breakout chart patterns. I also, quick producer note, got duped by some fake news. Apple Watch does not have flat edges.
Dude. Okay.
It was a blue check mark tweet.
So I just want to say is a blue checkmark tweet that the perspectives and views and things said on this show do not necessarily represent those of Benzinga, the news company. All right, this is a silly fun time show where we just have silly good times and we talk about technical analysis. All right, we don't know anything about fundamentals. We suck at it. So take everything that I say and Aaron says with a grain of salt. But take everything that Sylvia Bellrock says very seriously, because it is Tuesday. That means we have Sylvia Bellrock on the show.
Hey, nice to see you, Neal and Aaron. How are you doing?
We are doing well. Aaron's doing extremely well. His skin is looking healthy.
Is this a joke?
I can't tell you how often I get asked that, like through the day, like an average day. At any rate, how are you doing, Sylvia?
Very good. Well, what should I say? I'm doing great. Trades are doing not so well. You know, I'm just getting tired of stop losses getting hit, and I'm like, you know, where you are, sometimes market is so easy, everything is going up and you just not even need to look at it. Sometimes there are phases where you're just trying to hold yourself around break even, not to, go deeper and deeper in the water. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I do absolutely know what you mean.
Yeah, that's where I'm at currently. Everything is a little bit, hard to trade right now, the indices especially. But the good thing is stocks are back. A lot of great looking stocks, a lot of nice setups, also some short setups. So we're going to discuss them. And
I see you got the Raiders shirt on. You watched the game last night?
No, I didn't.
Is that a Raider shirt? It's like a Levi's shirt.
No,
Las
it's
Vegas
actually
Levi's.
It's not a Raider. It's just Las Vegas shirt, Levi's shirt.
Don't try to make this a sports show, Aaron.
No.
Cool shirt, Sylvia. I like it.
So that's what I'm looking at.
Let's get that screen share, and I would love to start off with the indices and then go into some of those stocks you're looking at.
Yes, we're gonna do this. I've been laughing because you said at the beginning, well, you are kind of missing sometimes the news, even though you're working for a news company. It's just funny sometimes, and it's true. You've been actually watching news all day, but for some reason you end up missing some or not getting what's happening with the companies.
I think there's something quintessentially human in that, and I think that our viewers can all relate to that and like and subscribe.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's see what do we have with those indices. We went here through, let me start with ES, not with YM. So I'm gonna start with ES. And, a lot of fake breakouts, fake dips. So normally, I would say in a normal environment, every single dip, as we know in the past, here we have 3 days pullback. Every single dip is getting bought up. Nice move, pull back into the middle of the candle, another move to the upside. So every single dip is getting bought up. Now we entered a pullback where you just see every single try of the market to break out, it's just failing. So every single time the market comes and tries to continue higher and break out somewhere, it's just getting rejected. And every single resistance is getting rejected, and we just see lower lows, lower highs, very clear downtrend. So again, normally I would buy all those dips, but the problem is that they are just not bouncing as well. So I've been trying a couple of times, and you have to be very fast. So what I've been doing is being very fast with all those trades and moving my stop to break even. So this is actually a very good technique how you can do it. If you are in the trade and you think, well, you know what, I'm not sure what's going to happen, everything is kind of sketchy, I just want to secure profits fast, you can just move the stop to break even, and by doing that, you're just out of the risk, so you don't have to worry about this trade. And if it goes higher, it goes higher, perfect. If it hits your stop, you can still re-enter back. So normally I'm doing it when I'm trying to either grow a small account. This has been working very good. You're just securing very fast profits and getting your risk out of the trade. or in a market like that where everything is just very sketchy and going upside down. So for now, of course, we have to see if we hold this support area or if we continue lower. The thing is here with ES, which is the S&P 500 futures, for those of you who don't know, we have 5 straight red days. Then we have 1 green day, and like everyone else probably as well, I thought too, this is the dip, we're going to see a bounce. Unfortunately, it's not happening, and there are a couple of reasons for that. So reason number 1 is the seasonality, what we know and what happens every single year around September, October, November. Those are months for the markets where we see a lot of times a pullback or correction. And because we didn't have a lot of correction on all those indices, that is absolutely normal to see a little bit of a pullback here. So nothing wrong with this. The part here is, though, you just need to be careful with your entries, stop losses, and all this kind of stuff. Just use proper risk management and all should be good. Same with Nasdaq. Reversal candle here yesterday, and I thought it's gonna follow through and continue higher. It didn't. It is still ranging here. So Nasdaq has been one of the strongest indices so far, ranging as well, trying to push lower. So for me, based on what I'm seeing currently, I'm not rushing it with those indices. As you remember, Neil, I told you the other day, a couple of weeks ago, maybe months, I don't know, where everything looked pretty easy on those indices. So it was very easy to trade them, and all those stocks were going kind of nowhere. They were all the time upside down, breaking support levels, much harder to pick the right stock because the majority of the stocks were going down, while only a couple of stocks were going up. So this was a cycle where it was very easy to trade the indices. Now, if I look at my portfolio, it is much harder to trade those indices, and we're going back into stocks where we have very nice moves like DEC, NVIDIA, and a couple of other which we can discuss. So that's the sentiment. We're just changing from something what has been working to something what is not working. And this is, I think, one of the biggest challenges in trading, to find this out, what's going on here, and change fast and quick your approach and strategy. Because even if you have the holy grail, it will not work 100% of the time. It will always be a case where it will just stop working, and you have to find out why is it not working and what is happening. So that's the biggest issue, I think.
Well said. Whoa.
Yeah. And last but not least here, YM Dow Jones just broke support and now it's trying to reclaim. So let's see how this works. But again, I'm just not going to mess with any of those for now because they're just very sketchy. And based on what I just said with those things, I have a couple of short setups for this week for my subscribers, which are probably working very good. Let's see. QS is a stock. When I'm shorting, I want to see a downtrend and something happening with the company. So you see every single resistance is being sold off. We have low after low. We came here into this moving average, which is the 50 moving average. Let me zoom in a little bit. We rejected here, and now we're continuing lower. So for me, as long as we stay here below this 50 EMA, this is a short-looking setup. Target can be 19 or even lower. It looks like something is wrong with the company. They are not doing very good currently, and based on the overall market, based on the downtrend, that is for me a short setup. And then I have two more, which actually already are going lower. One is Prim, P-R-I-M. Very similar situation. You see all those rejections here back in the past, broke the lows. Now we are back at, this was the previous resistance, 27.50. It's being rejected, and we see here a nice continuation of the red candle. So this is our candlestick pattern, which is actually, it has a name, it's called evening star pattern. But you can call it whatever you want. The most important thing is to realize what's happening here. Basically, it comes into a certain level, and at some point you see a bullish engulfing pattern where those greens are kind of rejected at some point, and we are pushing the price lower. We're going also now below this previous. Those are 9 and 20 EMAs, so we're just pushing below those EMAs, and target can be 23. So that's one of those. So Neal, are you also shorting stocks? I know you're buying a lot of stocks, but are you also shorting?
I am not good at shorting. I normally look for stuff that's down, and then I mean, you know what I do. I look for stuff that's really low and I suppose undervalued, and then look for signs that it will bounce. I'm just not super experienced in shorting.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking because it's different experience levels here, probably also with the viewers. So normally I don't like shorting either, but if the market is not giving me anything else, I have to come up with something. So let's see how those work. I do agree, shorting has been actually harder, especially the past 2 years.
Yes. Yep. A lot more retail traders in the market structure, so less shorting among retail traders.
But let's come up. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask, what else are you looking at?
Yeah, I have some longs as well. I've been going through my list today, or trying to find also some other new stocks. Microsoft.
Ooh.
MSFT. It is very high. I know you're looking for bottoms, so that's probably too high for you. But it's flagging here and it is still holding. I mean, this is a very, very strong stock. Also, long-term trade for me could be a good idea. So I'm looking at it. It could be a good entry here with tight stop. But of course, you have to keep in mind it's just very extended. Anytime we might see a deeper pullback. But if you're using a stop loss, nothing wrong with this. I would love to see it a little bit lower here, at least into the 283. But it looks like we found a bottom. So this is our. Let me pull up my pen.
I hate the fact that I don't own Microsoft.
I understand. I closed it actually too. I don't remember where it was exactly, because I was always like, oh, the market is gonna pull back. I'm going to reduce long exposure. And I'm looking back, and this is the wrong stock to reduce long exposure, actually.
Yes. Microsoft has been an absolute beast. It's like my favorite thing.
And it's just not stopping. Look, this is our previous breakout area based on here dividend, and now acting as a support. It is just reclaiming those EMAs, which is 9 and 20. So I actually like this. The only thing what I don't like is just very, very extended.
Yes. I have mine drawn in a channel, and it's definitely at the upper bounds of that channel.
Yes. But let's see. I'm watching it. I have a couple of more which look a little bit better, and one of those is DLO. This is an IPO which has some growth potential based on my research. It made a nice move here. It went from 29 actually to 73 only in June. Was that? So only in 3 to 4 months. Very nice move actually. More than doubled. Base broke out based on earnings. So this is the so-called earnings winner. So a couple of things what I like about this stock. First of all, it's an IPO, new, hot, which means people are interested in that and willing to buy that, especially new investors. The other thing is we have the first time those earnings, and we saw a gap up, which is a very bullish sign. So everything we see this gap up here. This means the reaction, at least to those earnings, has been very good. And I call those earnings winners, where they are gapping up and holding this gap up area, which is here, the support area. My drawing looks bad. But this support area here, it's holding. And we see this bullish engulfing candle right now. I don't want to rush and jump into this, but I'm really liking it overall. I would prefer, of course, also in this case, to see a deeper pullback, maybe 55 here. But if it stays and closes like this today with this bullish engulfing candle, and if we see the next day another green candle going above this candle's high, this is a nice looking long setup. It is also overbought, but it has a lot of potential based on the IPO and based on the earnings for a continuation higher. So that's one of those. What do you think about this?
I like that it came out of the gates and is in a clear upward trend.
Yeah.
Do you want to start taking a couple tickers from the chat?
Yeah,
I wanted to know what you thought about Facebook. Like right after we talked about Microsoft, I look at Facebook and
Facebook. I actually closed not MBC, Facebook. Facebook I closed. I think it was yesterday or so. I don't remember exactly. Definitely very bullish. I know yesterday they had news which were not very good. Do you know that? Just asking.
I mean, I'm sure. Okay. Sylvia, don't make this a thing. So I got a notification from the ether that there was some bad news about Instagram. Listen, I don't follow.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We don't need also news. And look at it. I'm just joking.
Certainly, yeah.
It's
Anyways,
really...
but I heard the news. I just wanted to, so I know that you follow Benzinga. What was the news for the folks that don't know?
Yeah, so basically the news was something about the accounts as well and about privacy. And I thought it's gonna be pretty bad, but it doesn't look like it really affected. So you see, not always news is actually very. I don't pay too much attention to news too. I just saw it on Benzinga because I follow, of course, on Instagram. So I saw it on Instagram. I'm not scrolling through the whole news feed, but when I see it on Instagram, okay, that might be bad. But it didn't affect really the price. So
yeah, we've got a great social team.
Yeah.
Social team of Benzinga is fantastic.
So what I think about Facebook overall, of course, very nice fundamentals, nice up move. Facebook personally, I don't like to use, but the stock looks very good with nice fundamentals, nice, very strong uptrending chart, holding support here. This was our support, also 50 EMA broke out. Now it's kind of overbought. So I would personally, what was that? Is Aaron buying Facebook now?
I think he's on Facebook. All right, sorry.
Oh, interesting. So I am personally out of this stock, unfortunately, but I decided to reduce long exposure based on the market. Yeah. And now it is just sitting here. If someone is in this trade, that's nice. I think it might continue higher. I am looking to re-enter after it pulls back, maybe here into this previous support area, into this 351, that's the previous low. Until then, I'm just not touching it. It's already high. It's at this higher level, so I don't want to buy here. If someone is long, that's a great looking company also for long term.
Are you looking at any value names?
Value names, normally I look at growth, so I'm not very into those values. Do you have some which we can check?
Yeah, because I was just thinking with like the recent weakness that some people might be going into utilities, into energy and stuff like that. Yeah. Could you look at XOM?
Which one?
XOM.
Oh yes, I know this. XOM. Well, yeah, chart is.
I mean, to me, actually, the chart looks like it's about to keep going down.
The chart doesn't look bullish at all, actually.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it started to reject here, and sometimes they just enter a downtrend. Actually, it is pretty bearish, to be honest with you. It's rejecting here those EMAs, and it looks like this red candle. It might continue lower. So I don't think this is a buy right here. At least So here is what, if I don't know if you're looking for a long, but I don't like this. This is a clear downtrend. So we see this downtrend. So if it does something like this, if it breaks out and you see just a little bit more momentum, more buyers stepping in, and it pulls back somewhere into support or EMAs, just some decent area where it starts to hold the support, then it might be a buy. But for now, for me, this is basically rejecting every single, this is a clear downtrend as well, rejecting every single resistance. That was the previous resistance, rejected. Here, one more time, rejected. It's almost rejecting, not there yet, but if it goes below this green candle slow, that would be a short signal. So with target this low, that is actually bearish looking to me.
Yep, I agree. I just had to contact my broker real quick. Sorry about that. So what about Tesla?
Okay. Tesla, let's see. Tesla, I haven't checked in a while. I have a lot of lines, so
Wow.
let me delete those. That means I've been going into some charting here and analyzing stuff, but I don't own it. I don't have anything in that. Okay, deleted. So yeah, that's been a downtrend, and now it is kind of uptrending very slowly. It's a slow downtrend. I don't like, to be honest with you, Tesla, based on what I have seen recently on the earnings. But it is uptrending. Made a nice uptrend, holding here. If it pulls back into this 700 area, maybe that's just not enough for me to buy. That would be a good looking long for a middle term trade. Long term, and I know a lot of fans of Tesla, of course. I don't want to upset anyone. Tesla is good.
You can upset these guys. We don't care.
But overall, I just don't like the fact that they didn't do very well with the car and automotive part compared to their Bitcoin trades. And this is nothing I want to see if I want to invest in the company. So overall, uptrending. If you want a long, I would personally wait for a pullback at the 700 and then reclaim of this area again for a long. So that's my view. It is uptrending. Nothing wrong with this stock for me.
All right, let's talk about wrestling. WWE.
Okay, let's see. It's good that you guys are coming up with a lot of tickers. So I have also my tickers, but it's good to see what other people are looking at.
Absolutely.
Oh, this has here some nice momentum. Yeah, that looks like it's catching momentum. So this broke out. Of course, now I would not touch it too long because you don't want to chase here. If you long it here, where would be the point for getting out? So you always want to trade you always want to make your trade based on risk reward. So if you enter around this point, you have to put your stop somewhere at a reasonable price where the setup will be no more valid, which means you will not have an uptrend anymore. So in order for this to happen, this low should be broken. So this means you have to put your stop loss here. So you have a pretty big stop loss here. And in order to make at least 2 times of your money, which is risk to reward 1 to 2, this stock has to go, somewhere here. So shorter term, I don't think this can happen very fast. That's why I like to trade, pullbacks and those reversal candles, because it gives me a little bit better risk to reward. Which means if you are not in that stock, I would wait it out for a pullback, and maybe it will start to consolidate above those EMAs, above the 200, which is 52.25, so around 52 area, and see from there for a long. So somewhere around this area, if it pulls back. Even better will be the previous low if it touches it and makes a reversal candle like that. So that would be even better area. Yeah, it looks good. It has some momentum. I don't know why, but it looks like it is starting to get interesting.
Yeah. On the monthly, it's clear that it's established an upward trend.
Okay, let's see the monthly. I have the weekly. I don't have the monthly.
Do you ever go up to monthly?
No, actually, not really. That's what I'm saying here. I have the weekly, so I'm looking at the weekly. Weekly looks very good, actually. Monthly is very long term, so it's really, if you're kind of, doing really investing for that, you don't even need. So yeah, it's support here, broke out. You see this breakout. It looks very nice. Yes, uptrending. Not bad. I'm gonna keep that on the watch.
Me too, actually. So okay, another ticker from chat. Let's do Dash. DASH.
Oh yeah. Haven't seen this in a while. Oh, this is nice. Sometimes you're watching through all those stocks, and you realize how many you missed.
Oh my god.
That's
it's up
nice.
100% over the past 5 months.
That's nice. Yes. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, very nice. For those of you who are in this stock, congratulations. For those of you who are like us, not involved, we have to wait for a pullback. So somewhere around 190 at least. So I would like to see a deeper pullback even here, this previous low. So 177.80. That would be good. Yeah, this area. It's too high to buy here. Very nice uptrend, nice move. I don't know the DoorDash, so I don't know what are the current fundies, or I know it's a growth stock. I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't really matter always. If momentum is there and people are buying it, you just want to join it, right?
And Nikhil, to answer your question, daily inverse head and shoulders breakout. Yeah, it does look like that. And the support that it's finding now, where it's pulling back just slightly, looks like it's above the price target. I'll put a link in chat. Actually, do you mind if I share my screen really quick, Sylvia? Just gonna answer that question. It's like that.
Yeah.
So I got my Bollinger Band on because I just want to monitor the trend using the Bollinger Band. But if you look at this as the head, you look at this as the armpit. This is the armpit right here. It looks like it did hit that target and is now kind of pulling back onto that.
Okay, this is more long term. Yeah, that is a resistance area there. Yes. So nothing for me to. I don't like shorting, and if you see that kind of momentum against the trend, and for long it's too late. So maybe it will pull back into your support area, which you have there. What is this? I don't see it.
203.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Time for one more.
Yeah, let's do one.
WYNN, which I think is, what the hell is that?
Oh, yes, that is
Wynn Casinos. All the casinos were moving down today on news that China is cracking down in Macau, where Wynn has a lot of properties. So Wynn was down about 10% today.
Oh, wow. That's interesting news. So very good.
Redemption arc for AB.
Yeah, see, didn't know that. Wynn is actually a very nice looking casino. I don't know if you've been there. Well,
I've seen it from the street. I walked through it.
Yeah, it is nice. Well, very good information, Aaron. Actually, nothing to do here more than short. So if it pulls back maybe around this area, which I don't think it will if it has such a bad news, I'm looking on a bounce for a short. Very good. I'm putting it for a short on the watch list. I like this short. Nice.
Nice. All right. That's all we have time for. So for the folks that like the way that you look at charts and the way that you look at markets, Sylvia, where can they find more from you?
So feel free to check out sylviaberog.com. I have there a summary of a couple of presentations, free courses, which I've been doing. So feel free to check this out. And also on Twitter, Sylvia Berog. Feel free to follow me, and I am sharing there some ideas like recently DEC. So this has been a good one.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sylvia, for being with us on a Tuesday.
Thank you, Tonio. See you soon. Thank you, Aaron. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys, that's Sylvia Bellrock. Click the link. Do it. Follow her on Twitter. It will enrich the information that's going into your brain while you're trading. That is a good follow. a good quality follow. And check out that website. The link is in the chat. All right, guys. How many likes did we get to? Did we achieve greatness? Did we achieve? Well, that's me. That's my voice. Hold on one sec. We did not achieve greatness today, and that's fine. That's okay. Not everyone can achieve greatness in life. That's, I reach my hand out to you guys in chat, and I say, there's success in my hand. And you say, no, you turn your back on success every time. I don't understand it, but it's okay that you do that. But in the meantime, if this little speech has made you feel, in a passive aggressive manner, made you feel some sense of guilt, what you can do is hit the like button on the YouTube video. Just do it. Just hit the like button. Justin Bieber thinks I'm hilarious. All right, guys, I think that deserves a like. We all love Justin Bieber. With that said, I want to thank none other than Mr. Apple Watch himself. Let me get him on here. This guy. All right. Aaron Bree Appreciation Day is this Friday. I talked to the president, and he said, listen, here's the thing. And we were trying to make the 17th of September Aaron Bree Appreciation Day, so make sure you get your Benzinga polo to celebrate. Black Benzinga polo is how we do that. Is that a Benzinga one? There we go. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. It really helps YouTube see us. It's been a lot of fun. What do we have up next, Aaron Bree?
We have the Roadmap, Benzinga's very own NFT show. So if you're excited and learning more about the exploding world that is NFTs, come join us on the Roadmap, starting in about 4 minutes ago.
All right, that's our cue to go. Thank you very much for joining us on Get Technical. I'm Neal Hamilton. Follow me at Neal's Tweets. Follow Aaron Bree at AaronBree5 on Twitter. And we will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, happy trading.
Peace and love, y'all. Tomorrow we will see you. Let's head over to Roadmap.